The shooter.
You hear gunshots, a shooter, a terrorist. You don't even know what you used to call them in your head, but you've been here before. Everyone around you freezes. Someone screams. The teacher is terrified. But you're already moving. Low, quiet. You can see them. You wait for the 1 second when they're not watching. You pull their gun. They're on the ground. It's over. The room goes completely silent. People staring. One person starts clapping, just one, and then the whole place fills with it. You don't say anything. You don't need to. You've spent years feeling invisible in rooms like this. Like your presence didn't shift anything. Since the 1920s, psychologists have argued that the deepest human drive isn't survival, isn't love, it's significance, the need to matter in the room you're standing in. When everyone finally sees you, the pilot, the cockpit door opens. A flight attendant is standing there, and her face tells you everything before she says a word. The pilot is unconscious. Nobody knows what to do. You do. You walk to the front. Calm, you sit in the seat. Your hands find the right switches. You talk to air traffic control. Your voice doesn't shake. 40 minutes later, you bring it down smooth. Wheels touch. Plane stops. Nobody moves. Then the cabin erupts. You get up. Walk back to your seat. Someone grabs your arm. You just nod. That feeling of being carried by life rather than steering it has a name. In 1954, psychologist Julian Rotter called it locus of control, the degree to which you believe you direct what happens to you. Most people, he found, spend their entire lives feeling like passengers, watching, waiting, reacting. This fantasy isn't about flying. It's about finally being the one at the controls.
The bullied kid.
You see him before anyone else does, backed against the wall, head down, taking it. Everyone around is watching. Some are laughing. Most are just standing there, the way people do when they don't want to be next. You drop your bag. You don't say anything. You walk straight through the crowd. The bully sees you coming and opens his mouth, and that's the last thing he does before you put him on the ground. It's over in seconds. You stand up. Look at the kid against the wall. Nod once. The entire school is silent. People saw you that day. Maybe you were the one against the wall once. Maybe you were just someone who watched. Either way, your brain never let it go. In 1968, psychologists John Darley and Bibb Latane called it the bystander effect. The more people watching, the less likely anyone moves. Your brain runs this fantasy because it refuses that identity. And it keeps rewriting the ending. The break-in. You hear it at 2 a.m., a sound that doesn't belong. And while everyone else sleeps through it, you're already sitting up. You don't wake anyone. You don't turn the lights on. You move through the dark like you've done this before. Because in your head you have. They see you standing there and they run. No crowd, no applause. Nobody even knows it happened. And that's the version of yourself that stays with you. Not the hero everyone cheered for. The one who handled it alone, in the dark without anyone watching. The one who never even needed to be thanked. Psychologists who study human evolution argue that every group had one, the sentinel. The person whose brain stayed half alert while others slept, wired differently, watching. Your brain runs this fantasy because some part of it believes that person is you. If a child runs into traffic, the car doesn't even see them. A child. Straight into the road, everyone freezes. But your body is already moving. You don't decide to run. You're just running. You pull them out of the way. You put them down, walk back to where you were standing, hands shaking, but you didn't hesitate. Not for a second. That's what this fantasy is really about. Finding out your body knew what to do before your mind had a chance to doubt it. In 1890, William James argued that instinct is the nervous system's deepest intelligence. Action that bypasses conscious thought entirely, not recklessness. Certainty. Whatever your version looks like, whoever it is that runs into that road, the question underneath is always the same. When it counted, would you move? Someone choking. The sound is wrong, not a cough. Something else. You're already up. You get behind them, arms around, one sharp thrust. They're breathing in under a minute. The whole room stops. Then the applause starts. In 1977, Albert Bandura called it self-efficacy, the belief in your own ability to act when it matters. The single strongest predictor of whether someone performs under pressure. Your brain runs this because it wants one thing, proof that you're someone who knows what to do. The bus driver. The driver slumps. Unconscious. The bus is still moving. People are looking at each other, waiting for someone else to do something. You're already walking to the front. You take the wheel, foot on the brake. Slow it down, pull it over. Stop. The bus goes silent. Then someone starts crying. Then everyone talking at once. You just step back. In 1895, Gustave Le Bon wrote that in a crowd, individual judgment dissolves. People stop thinking and start waiting for someone else to move first, to take responsibility, to decide. Your brain runs this fantasy because it refuses to be that person. Whatever the crowd looks like in your version, this is about the one moment you stop waiting.
Someone collapses.
Whoever that person is for you, the one whose name your brain goes to first in the worst moments, they're on the floor. But not you. You stay calm. You make the call. You keep them with you until help arrives. The paramedic looks at you and says you made the difference. Every stranger you've saved in your head was practice for this. The real fear was never failing someone you don't know. It was failing the person you can't lose. In 1969, John Bowlby found that our deepest anxiety isn't the fear of danger. It's the fear of being helpless when the people we love need us most. Your brain was never running these scenarios for strangers. It was running them for that person.